And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
The cult of personality. I know your anger, I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality.
Welcome everybody to the second episode of Arc of Wrestling. I am your host Greg, and joining me today, Strike.
Yo.
Jonesy.
What's up?
Hunter.
Yes, sir.
Mike.
Hello.
Jimmy.
Hey there.
And Leonad.
Hey.
Okay, well...
But no one cares about Leonad.
Yeah, no one gives a shit about that dude. Anyways.
I care.
I care. I love him. No. Okay, this is... The Hell in a Cell pay-per-view just ended. Pretty good pay-per-view all around. I would personally give it a good thumbs up. We'll talk about that later. We're just going to jump right into the Raw recap. We start off Raw with Triple H coming out in the ring, and he talks about how the reason why Miz and Truth were fired. He talks about how they attacked the officials in the company. He fines them $250,000 and gives them one more main event match to give them out. And then it was a match against Punk and Cena. They lost. Awesome Truth loses, and Triple H fires them. This causes Vicky Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler to come out into the ring. Dolph and Vicky enter the ring. Dolph talks about how Hugh Jackman sucker punched him in the face, fracturing his jaw. This is a storyline injury, to let everybody know. Triple H says that he should give Ziggler some security when the Muppets host Raw in the upcoming month.
Wait, I got a question there.
Yes.
That was actually confirmed as a storyline injury, because I remember TMZ and other organizations saying it was a real injury.
No, that's all storyline.
It's all
Yeah.
All right, because that's where, like I said, I read TMZ and they said that was a real injury, and Jackman issued an apology for it.
Yeah,
No, but
TMZ
later
is
on-
full of shit.
Yeah, TMZ.
Yeah, later on they say it was a storyline.
Okay, cool.
Who really takes TMZ legit anyway?
Well, I never took TMZ legit until Michael Jackson's death happened, because they were the first to report his death, and then pretty much everyone followed after that. So that's when I started giving credibility. I'll be honest with you.
Anyways.
That was a pretty funny thing how he asked Ziggler for security. The Muppets have been confirmed they will be hosting Raw, I believe Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Which is going to be
Oh,
filled
God.
with probably some of the most kiddish comedy you will see on TV.
That's gonna be the greatest show in history.
Bring it on. Huh?
This is John Cena's favorite night.
Yes.
You're gonna have the count being referee.
Anyway,
One, two, three.
That's not the Muppets. That's not the Muppets. That's a Sesame Street though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh god damn it.
Kermit the Frog.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Shit.
Damn.
Fuck.
Well, we fucked up. That's how shitty our podcast is.
It's all good. The count's still better than Muppets anyways.
They need Big Bird to come in and fuck up John Cena.
Yeah, it'll actually be the Rock underneath the costume.
Yeah, it'll be the Rock underneath the head. Oh, that'd be so good. Anyways,
That's a horrible idea.
No, it's
That's terrible. That would be right after Vengeance, wouldn't it?
we have Cody Rhodes comes out, and he talks about how Orton busted him open on SmackDown. Triple H brings up old past rivalries with Orton, how Orton handcuffed him to the ropes and attacked his wife, and he didn't cry. He went to Orton's front door and whipped his ass. Codes is pretty, and he tells pretty much Cody Rhodes to man up and take Orton front on. This causes Christian to come out and talks about how Sheamus interrupted his match in the Lumberjack match that happened on SmackDown. And Triple H just laughed at Christian because that's what the Lumberjack is for. You get thrown out of the ring, you're going to be thrown back in. And this pretty much says that they're going to have the biggest lawsuit in WWE because these guys are pissed and they're bitching a bunch. Christian asked for one more match at Hell in asked for one more match. Triple H gives him that one more match against Sheamus, and then he gives him another match against John Cena later that night.
That was lovely. I loved it.
I loved it too. And then he throws Ziggler into a match against Zack Ryder for the U.S. title.
Woo! You know it.
And,
Ooh.
and then he throws Cody Rhodes in a battle royal, which was surprising because I don't remember the last time a battle royal just happened to pop up in the
For the Intercontinental title.
For the Intercontinental title, nonetheless. We go to commercial, and then we go to the battle royal. This was a battle royal containing Cody Rhodes, Justin Gabriel, Daniel Bryan, Sin Cara, John Morrison, Alex Riley, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Ted
what the fuck was Drew McIntyre doing there?
And Ezekiel.
He was in the match for once.
He was.
Yeah, he was in the match. Holy shit.
But he was like eliminated first.
It's sad that McIntyre has become a jobber.
He has so much potential.
Wasn't he eliminated first?
He was. Near the beginning of the match, Cody Rhodes waits outside the ring, and McIntyre gets eliminated very early on. Also, what happened is both Sin Caras come out of the ring. The imposter Sin Cara pulls the real Sin Cara out of the ring. Daniel Bryan throws the imposter one, eliminates him. The regular Sin Cara tries entering the ring, but the officials will not allow him in the ring. Everybody gets eliminated, and it ended up being Cody Rhodes and Sheamus. Cody Rhodes hits Sheamus with the mask. What was supposed to happen was Sheamus was gonna bro kick Cody Rhodes.
Oh, never mind.
And he got his foot stuck on the second rope, and Sheamus just crawled over the rope. And then Christian came out, tried distracting Sheamus. Cody Rhodes hits him with the mask. Cody retains the title. That was an alright match. What would you guys give that?
I gave it a 6. There was just
alright.
For a battle royal, you ain't really gonna get a good match since there's just so much stuff going on.
I gave it a 7 because Sheamus should have won, but that's a different story.
And that Sheamus botch was just plain and obvious.
I'll go with a 6.
I'd probably go with a 7.
I'll give it a 7 because Cody Rhodes won and he's awesome.
And he's a pedophile with the knee pads.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
So pretty much the match was about a 6.5. I would give that match a 6 just because there weren't any amazing spots in the match. It was kind of like everybody knew it was going to be Sheamus and Rhodes at the end of the match. No one thought less. It was just...
Yeah,
people knew it was going to be Sheamus?
What?
People knew it was going to be Sheamus?
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, think about it.
Because they were the only two big names in there.
They were the only two big names. Everybody else was either a jobber or Daniel Bryan. And Sin Cara. Who are
right.
Daniel Bryan holding the Money in the Bank and Sin Cara just being a shit wrestler. Anyways, Christian attacked Sheamus right after the match. Then we go to a backstage segment with David Otunga and John Laurinaitis. Johnny L. Otunga talks about how he's a lawyer from Harvard and how he will help out with this problem between Rhodes, Christian, and Ziggler, and against Triple H. It's just
putting this out there, David Otunga still sucks.
He's a terrible talker.
Yeah, he's a terrible talker.
Terrible.
He needs to get rid of the bow tie.
My ears bleed every time I hear him talk.
His little bow tie.
His little fucking bow tie.
that stupid bow tie.
His bow tie makes me want to kick a puppy.
You know what bow ties remind me of? Who were those two wrestlers back in about 2005, 2006 who came out in the bow ties?
Shit.
The black bow ties?
The Dicks.
The Dicks, there we go. Oh,
Greatest tag team of all the times.
Like, I think they got like a couple months push and then they just kind of failed.
Well, I mean, their name was the Dicks. How do you think they're gonna succeed like that?
My sucking dick.
Anyways, we get Kelly and Eve Torres versus Natalia and Beth.
Match of the night.
I'm just going to go directly to who won that match. It was Natalia and Beth Phoenix. We're not going to talk about the match. We're going to go on to Mark Henry and then Khali.
What about our Diva fans out there?
Please, let's talk about the match.
I don't know, what about the Divas? Come on now.
Yeah.
There's some Diva fans out there.
Give it to the females.
Even though they're pedophiles that like watching tits bounce around in the ring.
How can they be pedophiles if they're not under 18?
AJ. That's all I have to say.
She is 16.
AJ is probably one of the best wrestlers, excluding Natalia
See, but
and Beth.
did I mention AJ though? I mentioned those four whores. That's all I mentioned.
Anyways, we move on to the next match, which is Mark Henry versus the Great Khali.
Oh, that was great. I loved every minute of that match.
Whoa.
The 10 seconds that I saw, it was a great match.
It
was,
sorry?
That part was good because there was no match. It was a pre-match assault.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
That's the best kind of match Khali can be.
Garbage.
I just
I
want
don't
to
care
point
who.
out I just want to point out that Great Khali is injured, by the way. Quote unquote.
Yay!
That's probably why they had him. No, because he faced them on SmackDown as well.
Because I'm just gonna say that everything that Great Khali is in, I don't care who he is with, it's fucking garbage.
Hey, he's a world champion. He's a former world
No,
champion.
fuck it. That did
What'd
not
he
happen.
do?
He is
That
a
never
world
happened.
For our
champion.
younger
Yes,
viewers who don't have the attention span of a goldfish, Khali was a world champion back in about 2007
7.
for like a month.
2 months.
No, longer than that. He faced
2 to 3 months.
Batista.
No, yeah, he faced
Punjabi.
it was a 3-month match range.
All I have to say about this is
Bullshit! Oh, and our special guest for tonight, the Iron Sheik.
Yes, the Iron
The
Sheik.
Iron
He's too high to comment.
Yeah, he's not feeling too good.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Okay, anyways, we got a little promo with Cena. Cena
Yeah, Cena promo.
Cena says, this Sunday we will go to hell. And they show the Hell in a Cell poster where his face is on fire.
I felt that way every time I watched one of his matches.
Extreme!
It was just terrible. I didn't care about it whatsoever. I can't even remember the promo that well. That's how bad it was. Anyways, the next match was Christian versus John Cena.
Poor Christian.
Poor Christian.
Poor Christian.
What have they done
Poor
to you?
Christian.
It was. I'm not sure if it was an okay match or not.
That's horrible.
It was kind of your average match.
Yeah.
It was your typical Cena match.
It was kind of a
Right.
typical Cena match.
Yeah.
They beat on Cena for more than half the match, then Cena comes back, hits the bottom move. 2
The
minutes.
best part of that match was when CM Punk on commentary talked to John Cena whenever he was getting rid of the table. John, my diet soda.
My diet soda.
Oh yeah, that's a highlight of the night. It's right there.
Anytime Punk does commentary is a highlight.
You just took the work right out of
He
my mouth.
brought out the commentary jacket.
Yep.
When Punk retires, he needs to go to commentary.
That would be amazing.
I think that would be the best
Yeah.
comment. Like, just have Punk and.
Booker T.
Oh God, no.
Booker T be like, oh my god.
Oh man. Okay.
Booker-
Pretty
Booker
much.
T would be
Del
like,
Rio
"Oh
comes-
Ducky quack quack.
Yeah.
Whatever. Del Rio comes in, kicks Cena. Cena wins by disqualification.
It is my destiny to
Yeah.
kick Cena in the face.
Every
Yes.
time I mention Del Rio, Lee gets a hard on.
Of course, man.
No, he doesn't have a hard on right now.
That's true.
Yeah, but he
That's
does.
disgusting.
Oh yes.
He hasn't made their heart on us since, what's his face won it.
Hey, that's for later in the show.
Yeah.
I said, what's his face?
Don't
I said,
spoil.
what's his face?
Don't spoil pay-per-views that we haven't talked about yet.
It says, what's his face? No one knows what his face is. I could talk about
They know. They
They
know.
know. They already know. You fucked it all up.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
You might have
on,
to
You fucked up.
End of the
Move on.
podcast. End of the
Move on.
Fucked
podcast.
up.
Okay. We have the United States Champion title match. Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler. This was an awesome match. Just because Zack Ryder was in it.
he
It
almost
was pretty
won.
good, go back and forth, but Swagger gets on the apron and hits Ryder, allowing Ziggler to hit his finisher for the win.
The Rough Rider.
The Rough Rider.
Rough Rider.
The zigzag.
Rider.
Fuck the zigzag. And then pretty much, Ziggler and Swagger. I'm just gonna call him Zagler. That's what they're
Zag-
fucking
No,
on
they're-
now.
It's Zig Swag. Get it
Six
right.
swag.
Zig Swag.
That's a horrible tag team name, by the way.
Fuck you.
better than Air Boom.
I doubt that.
Anyways, we had both of them standing, shaking hands. And then Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston run down to make the save. Teddy Long comes out and announces that we have a 6-man match after the commercial. And it happens
Holla,
to be
playa.
Evan Bourne, Kofi Kingston, and Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. What was supposed to happen was that Vicky was supposed to look for a partner during the commercial break, but she couldn't find one. And so it was an okay match and then we have a surprise person come out, Mason Ryan,
Of all
who
people.
was
Looking
on the-
bigger than he actually looked before.
Yes,
He looks like Batista.
He looked cut.
Batista.
he looked bigger than.
He looked
Batista.
healthier than Batista, okay?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have those fucking weird-ass things under his arm.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But anyways, Mason Ryan comes out. This is Vicky Guerrero's partner that she found, and they tag in Mason Ryan, and Mason Ryan just destroys Swagger. He just
Ziggler.
Then Ziggler. Pretty much Ryder does the Rough Rider on Ziggler, and for the win, Mason smiles while walking up the ramp.
Mason's now face.
If we don't see Mason on Raw, I'm gonna be mad because
It's
Yeah.
I'm
kind of obvious
hoping-
he's going to be there.
What? Maybe not.
He's gonna feud with Ziggler for the U.S. title.
How do you know this?
It's pretty obvious. He attacked them. They can continue the feud tomorrow.
They could have Ryder.
Yeah, they could
Ryder
have
would get
Ryder.
a lot bigger of a push than Mason Ryan.
Okay, here's what I wasn't going initially with was at Vengeance there was going to be a fatal 4-way. There is going to be a fatal 4-way. I mean, Swagger, Ziggler, Mason Ryan, and Zack Ryder for the U.S. title.
Why would it be Swagger? Both Ziggler. And
Yeah, that was
Swagger are
that was
tag
what
team
I was
partners
initially
now.
going with. But if Swagger's still in Biggie's stable by then, I guess it's just going to have to be Ziggler, Mason Ryan, and Zack Ryder.
But see, that's the problem. I think Swagger's gonna get buried if he's with Ziggler. Because
Yeah.
Ziggler's the champion. Ziggler's been getting a bigger push than Swagger. Swagger's just there as his tag team partner. He's not
Yeah,
getting
Swagger,
anything else.
Swagger
Yeah,
was
Swagger-
buried when he started being teamed up with Cole.
No,
Oh, that was horrible.
Swagger was buried ever since he won the world championship.
Basically.
Like right when he lost it, he disappeared. No one knew where he went.
I forgot who told him if someone was world champion but nobody remembers it, does it even count?
Christian.
I forgot who told him that.
No, you can't say Christian. You have to say Khali, because Khali's reign no one really remembers.
Oh, Christian was the one who said that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I remember it. That's all that matters.
I will always remember
Well, you're
when
nobody.
Khali won that match.
Anyways,
Anyways, we have a backstage segment with David Otunga talking to Vicky Guerrero, Cody Rhodes, Christian, and Dolph Ziggler. And they're talking about the unsafe working conditions in WWE. Johnny L's is also in there and says, he says that Johnny Laurinaitis will do something about it to protect everybody. Otunga says a lawsuit. isn't sure a lawsuit is the way to go, but if it is, they need to be together. This is creating the stable. The stable is Vicky Guerrero, Cody Rhodes, Christian, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, and Otunga. And it's gonna be the It's gonna be the stable that is suing the WWE, especially
The Soviet
Triple
Union.
H.
Workers' rights.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I bet you that the stable's gonna be called the Union.
Soviet Union.
I
Jack
would-
Swagger, the All-American American.
Yeah.
So much iron.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was called the Union
Yeah.
or the Tea Party. I don't know. I don't care.
That's a horrible name.
The Tea Party.
Shut up. That's so.
Just get out.
We're gonna get a
See,
sound for that.
we're kicking you out of the group right now.
Anyways, we have Alberto Del Rio versus CM Punk.
It is my destiny.
Yay.
This,
I was watching that match with no pants.
This is a match that we're going to be seeing in pay-per-view in the next coming months.
It's better than having John Cena in there.
It's better than
That's for
having
sure.
John Cena,
True.
yes. We're going to finally have a pay-per-view where John Cena is not going to be in the spotlight.
Thank God.
That's a good
God.
thing.
Unless they change things, they could always say, you know what, we'll just have another John Cena CM Punk rivalry.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
like-
becoming-
And
the
knowing that
ratings
that's
are
working.
low.
If they do that again, I'm going to commit suicide.
Do it.
Because the ratings are
You know,
low.
eventually
Why
they're
will
going
the
to-
rating? Why the ratings are low?
Hey, remember what they
Uh-huh.
said? Remember when Alberto Del Rio said won the championship, the ratings were lower than ever. That's why they put the belt back on Cena.
No, it's just because there's football at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not competition because we're wrestling and they're
You see,
This is
well.
this is the reason what I see. They shouldn't do PG because kids,
football.
Because-
Bleh.
parents are watching
Anyway.
WWE with their
Okay, so, yeah.
fuck it, whatever. The cell lowers and it's Punk, Cena, and Del Rio in the ring. Del Rio pretty much
We said who wins that match, right?
Oh yeah, Punk won that match.
Yeah.
Pretty much Del Rio goes in, hits both Cena and CM Punk with a steel chair, ending that Raw.
That was great
Yay.
stuff.
It was.
Good stuff.
What would you give that pay-per-view? Or not that. Fuck. The
That
Raw.
pay-per-view.
The
I'm
Raw,
still
the Raw pay-per-view.
The Raw pay-per-view.
Bro,
The pay-per-view.
I gave it a 5.6.
5.6.
Yeah.
All right. What else? Jonesy.
And I'm gonna go with 6 again.
6. Okay, Mike.
I'll give it a 5 because John Cena buried Christian once again.
Ooh, okay. What about Jimmy? What'd you give that that Raw?
I'd probably give it a 6.5. For a pay-per-view that's supposed to be before, Raw that's supposed to be before pay-per-view is kind of seriously lacking the last-minute hype, so...
Yeah, it was. I agree with you. It could have been a lot more bigger. Something could have been.
Well,
happened.
it was a 2-week build-up. They really weren't going to have any big build-up anyway.
That's one thing that's kind of dumb now, because every pay-per-view is 2 weeks apart. It's kind of stupid.
Actually, I think this one is the only pay-per-view that's 2 weeks after another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a month again.
When's Vengeance starts in a month?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That just
Okay.
on the
About 3
23rd.
weeks, isn't it?
Hell in a Cell is the only exception to it. Is the only pay-per-view that's 2 weeks after another one.
You need to get rid of Night of Champions or Hell in a Cell.
I doubt they're going to get rid of Hell. Well, they might need to get rid of Hell in the Cell. This one kind of... Well, I'll talk about that later. Continue.
Okay, Lee. What would you give it?
That's it.
Hunter.
I think, even though I think it had some nice matches that could have been pay-per-view matches, like Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler, I think that would have been a good pay-per-view match, but whatever.
And Hunter.
What did Lenad give it?
You
6.
give it a 6.
I'm going to give it a 4.
What was the point of finding out Lee?
That adds up to 10.
Yeah! Just because I fucking hate Raw. And that one blew cock.
At least
Okay,
that's... There you go. That makes sense.
I'll give it a 5. That pretty much rounds up that Raw being a 5.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to the topic we've been arguing about, thinking if we're gonna skip it or not. TNA.
Oh boy.
Skip.
TNA.
No, we will do it for our
Skip.
TNA fans.
What fans?
What
We have one
fans?
subscriber.
There's no
Just
listen.
kidding.
We have
Yeah, people, why do we have one subscriber? We
Fucking subscribe, you lazy assholes.
and go
I bet you anything that one subscriber is one of us. They won't
go
say.
follow us on Twitter, whatever.
Twitter.
Yeah, how about you get who has the Twitter account? Give me that so I can actually start tweeting.
You understand my
Over
English?
at Arc of Wrestling,
Like I said, I'll put
No
this on my
spaces.
Facebook and my Twitter when we get it done. So
and follow us on the future Facebook page, which
And I will be
Whenever the hell
making
that comes
some.
out.
Buy our T-shirts.
and buy our
Like
T-shirts
the
and our
video.
cups and the
Our ice
videos
cream,
Roasty
our ice cream
headband.
bars.
of the best moments with Joseph Christ.
Just
that's
saying.
moments.
and
Just
Spicer.
saying. The Facebook page will be out maybe by tomorrow.
All right,
Just putting that out there.
So if
All
they're
right, that's to know.
all right. We start out the TNA with Sting talking about how Kurt Angle is brainwashed by Hulk Hogan, and
What?
I know, right? And how Kurt
What?
Angle is trying to like destroy Fortune.
that's Russo for you.
Definitely.
That's Russo.
Fuck you, Russo. Fuck you.
And
We all love
anyways,
Russo.
Sting says he's proud of Rude for getting to his point because Bobby Roode comes out to explain why everything has been going the way it's been going.
For
Yes.
falling asleep just reviewing the thing.
I personally hate TNA promos because
I personally don't watch TNA, so
they put the people over way
Yeah, I
too
like to
much.
keep my sanity. I don't watch TNA either.
The only good TNA with Scott Steiner, and that's the only good TNA promo.
TNA promos are just so lifeless. Like they all sound exactly the same on it.
They're a bunch of Randy.
That's
They're a
sort
bunch
of
of Randy Ortons over there.
They're
That's
sort of
right.
talking and yelling somewhere in between there, and that's how all of them are. There's no character in any of them.
I gotta give it up for Sting though. He's been trying to change it up.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid Joker thing is the worst.
Dude, the
No, but
Joker
hey, at
thing
least-
works.
It works, but that's why you gotta give it up. He's changing it from the typical garbage to that. So
Okay, rant over.
Anyways, Rude and
And
Sting
over.
are talking to each other, and this causes AJ to come out and tells Rude to take his opportunity, beat Kurt Angle, and win the title because he hasn't had a title shot in a long time. And pretty much this is just trying to get Rude to win. And Angle comes out, says Dixie will never come back, and that AJ will get his title shot if he beats Rude tonight. Hogan, then they show Hogan backstage. Nothing important. He's just like walking to the ring. Austin Aries joins Mike and Taz at the broadcast booth for the next match, which is the X Division number one contender for the X Division title in a ladder match. Alex Riley, Zima.
Not Alex Riley.
Alex, what?
Alex Riley.
No, sir. There are no Alex Rileys on TNA.
That's right. There's no Alex Riley. It's Alex Shelley versus Zima Ion, Kid Cash, Jesse Sorensen, and Brian Kendrick.
Well, to be fair, that Jesse would probably be the closest thing to Alex Riley. High school jock.
That's true. And this was a terrible match.
It wasn't that bad.
It was horrible.
It was
It
terrible.
wasn't that
It
bad.
was sloppy. It was slow. It was
The X Division hasn't been the same since it was back in 2006, 2005.
X Division still puts on pretty good matches.
No, okay.
It was just not a very good match.
I haven't watched TNA for a while, and watching last week's TNA and that X Division match against Austin Aries and Jesse Sorensen, it made me pissed. It made me super pissed that the X Division has been turned into this shit. And and I saw the exact same thing in this match where you actually have Alex Riley, who is a very
Not
good
Alex Riley. Alex.
that's funny.
It's okay.
I'm sorry that both their names are so close to each other. Anyways, Alex Shelley is a very good competitor. I don't know who this Zima Ion guy is. Hopefully, Strike can tell me a little bit about how he wrestles. Kid Cash is old as hell. And
Why is he
Brian-
even kid anymore?
yeah, why is he even named Kid Cash? And Brian Kendrick is pretty good.
Zima Ion's like he's he's not Jamaican. He's like
Right?
Brazilian or something.
He looks like Darren Young.
Brian Kendrick could have had a good future with the WWE, I think.
Wait, so if he looks like
Had he stopped being a pothead. But yeah,
I kind of like
drugs are bad, kids.
I like
Drugs are bad.
the gimmick that Brian Kendrick was playing back when he started with TNA. The gimmick that he was using back in the indie days, where he was kind of like this, like, oh, everybody should see me. Now he's doing this weird Indian crap. That's scaring me a
tell
little
you.
bit.
He's
a
Pakistani.
Whatever.
He has Pakistani over his crotch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay, moving on, please.
moving on. Kazarian is backstage and is torn about all the strife and fortune. Then the Jarretts come in, and Jeff says that he wants Kazarian in the ring right now. Hogan is backstage, and then Ric Flair is also backstage on his cell phone and is irritated with someone who made a decision that he doesn't like, and he's on their way to this house now. These jokes are this is just terrible. Anyways, that's Jarrett. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. It's promos pretty much for the next like 20 to a half hour.
Fuck that.
Yeah. On
Yep.
and on.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Can we
It
talk about
doesn't.
the Jeff Jarrett promo real quick?
Okay, please talk about the Jeff Jarrett promo.
So basically, Jeff Jarrett calls out Kazarian, and at that point I become so bored with the promo that I don't listen to the rest of it. Because it did not pull me in, it did not grab my attention in any way. And at the end of it, Gunner and Kazarian do an F5, or Gunner hits Kazarian with the F5, and Kazarian almost sells it early. He basically almost gets hit with it before Gunner even does it. And that's not good at all.
Don't like it?
Fuck you,
Yeah, I don't
Iron
like
Sheik.
it, Iron Sheik. I give it a negative 1 out of 10. That's what I gave that segment.
Mine is 5 stars.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Anyways, it's a little promo with Ink attacking Enrica.
Ink.
Anarchia.
I
Ikea.
don't give a shit how you say
No,
it.
never mind.
I read it as
Never mind.
Enrica because it's
I'm just gonna stay
that
quiet. I don't want to even get involved with this.
stupid.
So you get Anarika out of Anarchia.
They spray paint MA on their backs with green and red paint. They do that to Ink, I believe. Anyways, they have Bully Ray. I fucking hate the name Bully Ray.
Why?
It just doesn't.
Because he's PG.
Bully Ray isn't PG.
Yes, he is. Why do you think he's named Bully?
I don't understand.
All the
shit.
promos that he does, he's not PG in his promos.
Anyways,
Fucked.
he's backstage, and he's the first one Hogan called when he decided to make his announcement and kicks the mystery cameraman out of the locker room. I don't even understand what the hell is going on. There's more people talking, and we're just going to move on to the next match, which is the Queen's Challenge first round match of Madison Rayne versus Tara. I don't care what you guys say. The TNA knockouts are better than the Divas.
They are.
They are.
That's
No.
saying a lot.
Everyone knows it.
I don't.
They
care.
are, but some of them are just even worse than the
Like
Divas.
Angelina Love, she's terrible.
Yeah, some of them are
She came from Jersey
just
Shore, so
plain
it's
bad.
Madison Rayne is terrible, but the
Madison
rest,
Rayne is decent. Not great by any means, but she's not Kelly Kelly. And plus, she actually has
and
a
Velvet Sky is good too. Tara is Tara. She's just amazing in the ring. Mickey James is amazing. I believe I seen one match with Sarita, and she's pretty good, but she doesn't really wrestle any much. Anyways, Sarita.
Okay, they say it's
Did I say Madison Rain was decent?
Yes.
Oh, what am I thinking? I must be high.
You are high.
I meant
On
Velvet.
life.
I was picturing Velvet Sky when I was saying all that.
Well, they both have huge ass tits, so.
Anyway,
And I love how Earl Hebner. I love how Earl Hebner always does the knockouts matches. He always
Mike Ray.
represents them. And
Yeah, so basically the Queen's qualifier match was Madison Rain versus Tara, and there was like no wrestling going on. It was just Madison Rain hitting on Earl Hebner the entire time for no reason.
Yeah.
I give it a
Earl
negative
Hebner's
5
so
out of 10 because there was just no point to any
she's
of it.
like fondling. She's fondling him, is what it's saying.
Lucky.
Fondle me.
I'd buy that for $1.
Anyways, the winner of that match is Madison Rain.
And I didn't watch the other hour of it, so
Yeah,
I'm around here.
from now on, it's gonna just be me trying to read this summary of TNA.
Unless Hunter wants to pitch in for the one match he saw.
What one match?
I don't know. Didn't you watch the end of it?
Anyways, let's move on. Okay, the cameraman is
Yeah, I saw
following-
AJ Styles versus Robert Roode.
Okay.
All right, so you can comment on that.
It
Anyways,
was
no, but we're not there yet. Anyways, the cameraman is following Christopher Daniels, who says that he's leaving and there's nothing done. Christopher Daniels doing his little heel turn, or not heel turn. He's one of the bigger heels in the company, and he's going after AJ Styles. That's a piece of crap. And Crimson comes out to the ring and says that Joe fractured his ankle and took him out at Bound for Glory and took him out of the Bound for Glory series, and calls Joe out to finish him now. Joe comes out to the top of the entranceway and says that Crimson's lucky that he let him walk out of there last time and could continue the first of the undefeated streak, and then calls out Crimson a bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, he just called Crimson a bitch. No, he didn't. Okay.
Oh, no,
No, he didn't.
Anyways, Matt Morgan comes running out to make the save after Crimson tries and Joe get into a big scuffle. It's just, all of it's just going on.
So
and
wonderful.
On and on.
I'm falling asleep to this already.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep trying to read the summary.
Yeah.
I should then. Why don't we just read the summary real quick and just cover what's important.
Okay, Pope versus Ken Anderson. Pope wins. Move on.
There you go. Keep going.
And then we have the Bobby. Some promos happen with Pope in the back in the garbage yelling at his kids. I don't even understand.
What?
Yeah, he's yelling at his kids, asking him what the hell they're doing, and he blames Pope. I don't understand.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway,
just MTNA.
Yes, whatever.
Anyways,
Promos from Pope.
Anyways, Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles.
Okay, so I saw this match.
Let's talk about these.
It was. I didn't see it. I came in like halfway during the match, kind of. But from what I saw, the ending, it picked up speed. It was a pretty decent match. AJ Styles can still wrestle pretty good when he has to. It really put. He kind of put over Roode in this match. Like Roode stole it at the end. It was a good match, I'd say.
All right, well,
Like he missed with a springboard, and then Roode hit him with his finisher, whatever it is.
was it better than any other match on Raw? Would you actually give this match a better?
This match was probably it was better than a couple matches on Raw. It was probably better than John Cena and Christian.
See, that's what I like, because the past two TNAs, I would have to say their matches have been better than Raw. It's the promos that are messing TNA up. The promos go on and on. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, but their matches are just excellent because you have some awesome wrestlers in TNA.
I don't know about that. I think like there's maybe like the top tier guys on TNA they can wrestle, but anybody on their mid card just totally sucks at it.
Okay, well, the X Division guys are sagging it a little bit. I mean, that's because AJ Styles and Kazarian aren't going for the X Division.
Yeah.
Anyways, the winner of that match is Robert Roode, and there is a
Oh, rude fella.
and there's Hulk Hogan's gonna make his big announcement. Um, and I'm gonna try to skim through this as fast as possible. Hogan's big announcement. He feels like the £1,000,000 have been lifted off his shoulders, and all the soul searching he's been doing for the past few months have brought him to the conclusion that Hulk Hogan's run has been the best of all time over the 3 decades.
What?
I don't
Hogan retires.
Okay.
Um,
because his contract.
he thought
ended,
about his
so-
first day in the business. He's going over everything that's happened, and at the end, TNA. At the end of the day, Hulkamania could go on forever, and after everyone that helped him go through it where he is today, he has a chance to come to TNA and make a set of differences. He has been here for almost 2 years, and has seen guys like Fortune, RVD, Jeff Hardy, and everyone else stepping up. He realizes that every second has been worth it. He gives everything he knew backstage, and he made the decision that it's the end of the road for him, and he wanted to tell the fans first before anyone else. Bottom line, he lost his money, his family, his health, and the only thing he didn't lose were the fans, and the only thing that has been with him since day one has been the fans. After he lost everything, the guys in the backstage were there for him, and nobody else knew that. But he decided that he is done. Rude, AJ, and everyone else are up and running as the stars of the future. So next week, he's inviting everyone to come to Knoxville next week as he holds a celebration, and that's the last we'll see of Hogan in the business.
Yeah, because his contract just
Yay!
ended.
Get
That makes
the fuck
sense.
out, Hogan.
About time.
Hogan is leaving TNA, and we've heard this was a rumor, not a rumor, mostly it was confirmed for a really long time now. I think it was 2 months ago is when rumors started going around that his contract was going to be expired. I can't remember if Hogan was actually in a backstage, like kind of like if he was actually a business guy backstage. Was he like assistant COO of the company? I don't understand what he was, but
I don't
From my
know.
understanding, he kind of ran the company as well, so.
yeah, but that's him.
Kinda.
That's him and Bischoff as well. But I haven't heard anything from Bischoff. I'm surprised
Yeah, he's
he
keeping quiet about his stuff.
Bishop's contract's expiring the same time Hulk Hogan's contract expires.
Yeah, but
And
Bischoff's been more quiet about it, so we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think the company's been understanding that what they did with Hogan and Bischoff with this Fortune Immortal thing has gone out of hand. It's really messing them up. There's no stability in TNA right now. And I mean,
it's
that,
kind of,
yes.
I think it's kind of weird that one of the biggest stars of the WWF and the WWE is going to retire in TNA. I mean, you expect Hulk Hogan to actually retire.
I don't
over
think
there.
so. I don't think so. I think he's gonna have one more match, and I think it's gonna be in the WWE. Will
Yeah.
it be this year? No. Will it be next year? Possibly.
Maybe.
Will it be in 2 years? Who knows?
No.
All I know is it's probably gonna be at WrestleMania, and
Yeah,
it's
that's-
gonna be against someone big. It's gonna be.
And that's what I'm
against
seeing. It's
someone
gonna happen this year. Sorry to cut you off, but that's what I see happening this year, kind of. I see like he's gonna actually fully retire this year in the WWE at WrestleMania.
Yes, like he can't face John Cena because John Cena's already facing The
Obviously.
Rock.
Okay, well, he can't take bumps anymore. His back's so bad that he can't take bumps. So I don't know how he's gonna wrestle.
It'll probably be like him versus Vince or something. Like
No,
that's happened
Vince is
before in the
gonna
past,
fight-
but you know.
Vince is going to fight Triple H at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
I see Vince fighting Triple H more than anything.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I
TNA's
don't see that
over.
happening. I don't see
Anyways,
that happening.
TNA's over.
TNA's
Nobody
over,
gives a
and
shit.
we are moving to SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Wait, my overall score for TNA, a 0.2 out of 10,
Fuck me, I'm sorry. to
based
hear
on the
that.
first hour.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we-
I would have to give TNA a 2 just because it sounds like their main event was pretty good.
It sounds like the main event was good.
But I can't
That's
fully give it a good score because I
That's how you know it's bad if you take. That's how you know if it's bad if you say it sounds like it's good. You haven't even watched the motherfucking thing.
Yeah. Anyways, we have SmackDown. And
Yeah.
it's painful for me to even say it because this SmackDown was just terrible.
Okay, let's take a break really
I
quick.
don't think I ever really saw it.
Intermission?
Yeah, intermission really quick.
Let's
so,
do an intermission
Mike,
before we go to
Smackdown, the pay-per-view.
So we'll be right back.
Oh, radio, tell me everything you know. I like to sing with the radio. I like to play it real loud. I like to drive with the top down, rolling like thunder, always drawing a crowd. Every babe's gonna want a piece of me, yeah. I stare into the mirror. I like the things I see. Oh, radio, tell me everything you know. I will believe your every word, just tell me so. I see the look in
And we're back, everybody. We're going to start the SmackDown recap. And we start off SmackDown with Mark Henry. Mark Henry is in the ring with Booker. And Booker says he's congratulated Mark Henry on his victory. And as a former world champion, he knows how hard it is to climb to the mountain and become a champion. He pretty much says, Mark says pretty much, oh, Booker, you supposedly think that Booker is a 6-time better than him because he won 6 championships. Mark cuts Booker off and apparently apologized. And he wants to know that how Booker can come here and kiss his ass and insults him in the same sentence.
Well, he is in Booker's Fave 5.
Yeah. Mark Henry's not on Booker's Fave 5. That's sad because once you're on Booker's Fave 5, you're pretty much at the top of the ladder.
You made it in life. You made it in life.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you held the WWE Championship. If you make it on Booker's Fave 5,
you're bona fide Hall of Famer.
Yeah, you're both. Yeah, pretty much. That's why Daniel Bryan should be like an 8-time Hall of Famer.
8-time Hall of Famer.
To the Hall of Fame 8 times.
Yeah, he'd be like, and this year, Daniel Bryan again.
How can you be an 8-time Hall of
I don't know
Famer?
how that's...
Because you're
Like
just so good.
one year they're gonna induct Daniel Bryan to the Hall of Fame. The next year they're gonna induct Bryan Danielson into the Hall of Fame. Then the next year they're gonna induct D. Bryan into the Hall of Fame.
And the American Dragon.
That's how that goes.
Anyways, we get it's a long promo with Mark Henry.
Whoa, hey, whoa, say whoa.
What?
Don't say this.
Okay, well, I'll just say quiet.
Let's hear some other opinions from the other casters who are on this podcast.
Mark Henry sucks.
I'll be honest with you, I did not watch SmackDown. I heard the audience had to be edited in because it was a very poor turnout, and that's about it.
That was last SmackDown.
Well, I heard it was the
really
same
have-
again this week.
It was
didn't really
like
have-
this week? I
I
didn't
heard it
even
was the
notice.
bad turnout this week as well. Yeah, I'll try to find the link and I'll post it.
SmackDown always has bad turnouts, though.
I have
It's
no
because-
opinion.
I'm telling
Okay,
you,
I can
all you
do
need to
it.
move is John Cena on the SmackDown. You'll get the fucking views skyrocket.
No, you won't.
You'll actually have the stadium more than half full.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly, that's what they need.
You won't get the ratings high on SmackDown because it's still on Fridays and people still go out on Fridays.
Yeah.
You do realize they're in talks to try to keep SmackDowns on Tuesday permanently, right?
Why aren't they on Thursdays?
They used to be on Thursdays.
They're trying to make it live again. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to make it back on Tuesdays, but we'll see what happens.
It
Wait,
used to be
they're
on
trying to make it on
Thursdays, but
Tuesdays?
They're trying to they're in talks right now with Sci-Fi to see if they'll actually have it like live on Tuesdays. So, but we'll see how that
SmackDown Live. Ouch. I wouldn't want to watch.
Ouch.
Yeah,
no.
I think
Ouch is
we'll,
right, but at the same
That
time,
means
it's
two live shows a week, and that's not cheap.
that's really not cheap.
Especially if SmackDown isn't gonna have like half a crowd.
Yeah, but you got to spend money to make money, and apparently SmackDown just doesn't make money at all. They lose money off of SmackDown.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So you
at
got
that's
some
because
sacrifices got to be made.
there's nobody
No,
on
it's
SmackDown though.
I mean, why watch SmackDown when Randy Orton's already going to appear on Raw?
Yeah.
True.
See, that's the stupid mistake Raw made. Raw Super Show, where Raw and
Sure.
SmackDown stars meet. Then what's the fuck of me watching SmackDown then?
Yeah, but
Dude,
Just watch all the jobbers.
you should have made it Raw, and then you should have made it SmackDown Super Show. And so we
They
can
should
have
just-
Cena
yeah.
on SmackDown rather than Orton on Raw.
or you should have just kept the brands separate to do the SmackDown versus Raw angle once again, because that was actually interesting.
Yeah, but that's been played out like all the time when Survivor Series was around the corner.
Oh,
And
bragging
it was
rights.
never big. It was never with the main stars. It was always with the mid carders.
Yeah, true.
They also made a whole pay-per-view out of that. Bragging rights. Right there. Boom.
And it also got
So-
canceled. Boom.
And it got cancelled. Oh.
Ooh.
Henry's promo.
Yeah, Henry. I can't remember Henry's promo because I forgot about SmackDown and I didn't go until like the end of Henry's
He
promo.
only said that Orton's gonna get into the Hall of Pain. Blah blah blah. Hall of Pain.
It seems like
Blah Hall of Pain.
from what I'm looking at, it seems like a really long promo.
It sort of was. I'm sort of indifferent to it.
Anyways, the first match was Henry and Khali.
Duh.
Khali.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Khali actually punched Henry a couple times. And
Yeah.
but Henry still won with the world's strongest slam.
And I just want to point out that the Great Khali is now injured after
Yay!
that match.
Yes.
Apparently,
Supposedly
quote
injured.
unquote,
And
So
so
what happened?
a fibula. They got torn or
Yay! Please go. Wait, come back.
yeah,
He'll be
so
back.
anyways, Henry wins that match by Khali for a while. Because he's tired out. And Jinder Mahal is yelling at Khali. They're gonna have nothing for Jinder Mahal now.
They had nothing.
With Khali done, Jinder is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be another jobber.
They had nothing for him beforehand. That's why they paired him with Kali.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be even
It's
more
like-
nothing.
It's like NXT. He might as well just get put on
He
NXT now.
He can feud with Sheamus. That would be a good feud.
I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of want to, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason I want to see Jinder Mahal versus Alberto Del Rio.
Why?
I know.
I don't know.
Why?
No, I don't know. I don't know why. I just see those two working good
Is it
together.
because they both look not Mexican?
Not Mexican.
Yeah.
How can you not look Mexican?
He
Because
looks
you don't look
facial
like
hair.
Kali.
he looks Cuban.
Hey, screw you. We don't look that stupid.
They look uglier. We're fucking handsome, bitch. We're Mexican
Oh.
sexy. We bring the hit, bitch.
Is that right?
Okay, so,
Steal.
so Lee, tell me why every time someone looks as Mexican, we think of people in sombreros and
Okay, who cares about this? Let's get back to wrestling.
Why
No,
when someone
race
talks about
wars,
Cuba, they picture Fidel Castro?
No, they think about freaking Ricky Ricardo and other sexy
Who
people.
the fuck is Ricky Ricardo?
See?
Anyways, match number 2 of SmackDown. Evan Bourne with Kofi Kingston against Jack Swagger with Dolph Ziggler and Vickie Guerrero. This pretty much, Aaron
much.
Boone has been in a tag match twice. That is
No.
stupid for the tag team champions. It's
This is
really
the
stupid.
WWE we're talking about.
I give a fuck about the tag team.
Hey, Triple H said that he wants to revise the tag team division.
He was just
He
lying.
is
He's
getting
a liar.
That's just him talking.
Last week it was good with Air Boom and the Usos.
Yeah, that was their second match together as a tag team. Their first was against Air Boom or against Awesome Truth.
No,
They had
he's
to have had a
good.
tag team match first. Before that, because they won the titles.
Yeah, they
Only-
faced McGillicuddy
Oh,
and
that's right.
Ortonga.
I totally forgot about that. Because that
They
was
They
a
just didn't
boring
become
match.
champions. Like, oh, here's the belt.
You became a tag team? Here, have this.
Well, that's pretty much what
Oh,
happened.
thank
They
It's
came
worth
out
it.
and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna be the new tag team champions." They just gave it to them.
And he,
Well, the titles are worth a penny anyway.
Yeah,
They look
those
like
Nicholas.
But they're getting
Those are
paid as
some
well.
ugly-looking championships.
Anyways, we move on to pretty much Jack Swagger wins the match. And then we have Sin Cara versus Heath Slater.
oh boy.
Yeah,
And that was just a squash match.
it was.
Yep.
It was. What? I'm gonna pretty much read off what happened. Slater with a kick and a forearm to the head. Sin Cara with a springboard splash followed by a handspring back elbow. Cara gets sent into the apron, but Cara with an EU Galera. I don't even fucking know what that is. Cara goes up to the Fallen Star with a 3 count. Heath Slater, when WWE does their spring cleaning, which is coming up in April, I believe.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
not staying in
He's
there.
gone.
Thank
No,
God.
I'm
He's staying.
They kept
He's-
him over
he's horrible.
Kozlov, so I don't know.
Thank God, because Heath Slater's garbage.
All Heath Slater can do is roll-ups.
Fruit
He's like
roll-up.
he's like a male Kelly.
He's Wendy. Wait,
Wendy.
he makes a
Okay,
mean-
so what's after this?
Hunico promo.
Then we go backstage with Johnny
Cara
Laurinaitis talking
Bless you.
to the disgruntled five.
Bless you.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry about
Excuse everybody for the loud noises that are coming from Hunter.
That wasn't me. That was Jonesy.
No, I'm talking about all your breathing and sniffling.
I haven't even been breathing.
Yeah, it was you, not me.
This
Fucking douchebag.
is a PG show.
I'm
Calm
the
down.
scapegoat.
This is a PG show.
We're talking about WB, so it had to be PG.
We can't swear for all the little Jimmies.
Yeah. So
We have a
anyways,
little Jimmy.
Well, I've been swearing all night, so I apologize.
What? Fuck that.
This
Anyways,
one's against it.
Johnny Laurinaitis is talking to the Disgruntled Five. We have the Disgruntled Five is pretty much the stable that is being created.
What are they, a superhero team now?
A superhero
Yes.
team.
Yes, they are the Fab Five. The Booker T variety.
That's how they laugh, dog.
They're his superheroes. His big homies.
I don't understand what you mean about superheroes.
It's a Deep Bryan reference.
Well,
They're super villains.
What's a D. Bryan?
Never mind, just go along with it. Just go with it.
okay. Anyways, Otunga says he's put something together, and pretty much when Raw comes around, we're gonna see everything explode. So expect
He's gonna get fired.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen on Raw. The creative team has. I feel the creative team's at a speed bump right now, and they have to go over.
Idea.
Aren't they always at a speed bump and they just...
I got an idea.
What?
Maybe, because this comes out from Mick Foley teasing he was gonna be today at the pay-per-view, but he wasn't. Maybe.
Please shut up.
Maybe that who cares
we
about
need
those?
these brands. Let's
That's
talk
not
about
relevant to the pay-per-view. That didn't happen. Anyways,
Spoiler.
maybe he's gonna be there tomorrow. Is gonna take Laurinaitis' place. Maybe Laurinaitis is gonna get fired, and maybe Mick Foley is gonna take his place.
Save that for the speculation section, my friends.
I kind of want.
Foley is God. Foley is God.
I kind of want to
All hail
see.
Foley.
I kind of want to see Foley come back as the commissioner.
Yeah,
exactly.
Raw GM.
Do fuck the. Who knows what happened to the Raw GM?
It's
It's-
McFoley.
The podium was there.
He's on vacation. So.
He got 3 months ruled.
Anyways, match number 4. We have Kelly versus Natalia.
Oh boy.
It's so nice, just like you're yawning right now.
Yeah. Pretty much, Natalia slaps Kelly, but Kelly with kicks, and then she gets the 3 count.
That sounds like a great match.
I don't think Kelly went with
next
a roll
match.
up.
And
Match
Best
of the night.
match ever.
We need to mix it up, honestly, because not in this show, but wrestling, because this shit's getting annoying sometimes. The same people fight over and over and over and over.
That's because they have no talent.
Obviously, but mix it with someone with talent or no talent, make it interesting or something.
That's never gonna happen.
Let me put me on creative. I'll make something happen.
With the
Me and
Divas, you're gonna-
Jonesy put Kelly through the cage.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
cage.
that's exactly what we said. Yeah.
With
We're
the
talking
Divas,
about-
with the Divas, you're never gonna have talent, so it's impossible to book somebody with talent.
Beth Phoenix, Natalia, all talent.
Yeah, it's two people.
Yeah, have them fight each other.
Hey, AJ's on that list as well.
She's 12. She doesn't count.
Pedophile, get out of here.
How did she not count if she actually still has talent? Come on now.
AJ's a damn good wrestler, so fuck
You
you.
pedophile, get out of here.
She's
Yeah, I guess
13.
pedophile,
She
yeah,
doesn't
whatever.
count.
Anyways, we have Cody Rhodes coming out doing a little promo saying, "Oh, I'm defending my title under protest," which makes no sense because why would you defend your why would you defend your title if it's under protest? When you not defend your title because you're under protest?
Well, either that or it gets vacated.
I don't understand. So he's pretty much defending his title because he has to. Anyways, it was a match against Sheamus. I don't know. What do you guys have to think about that match?
I think it's a shameful thing.
Lobster head.
I
Very
didn't watch
clever.
it because I wasn't.
I think it was actually a halfway decent match.
You think so?
Nothing by any means, but I mean, it was watchable.
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, pretty much. Sheamus signals for the Celtic Cross, but Christian comes in the ring and he punches Sheamus, and the referee calls for the bell. Sheamus wins by disqualification. And Christian pretty much gives the kill switch to Sheamus. Fuck this rivalry because it's pointless. Pointless rivalry that shouldn't be.
Well, you gotta give Sheamus something to do.
You gotta give Sheamus and Christian something to do because they're both former world champions. But they're probably gonna be buried like Jack Swagger and Khali.
Give Sheamus a title shot against Mark Henry, damn it.
That's what I see happening. I think Orange gonna go for the title again. He's gonna lose, and Sheamus is gonna go and.
Yeah, I know. Their feud's not over yet. I really hope their feud will get over
But what would they
today.
do with Orton? What would they give Orton?
Have a feud with.
I don't
Barry.
care. I don't give a shit about Orton.
I know.
Have them just appear
Turn him heel, turn him
have them
heel.
Send him
randomly
back to
appear during,
Raw or something.
have them randomly appear during promos, RKO, and leave. Give them the Austin treatment.
Yeah, that's what they've pretty much been doing.
Except he doesn't have any charisma like Austin whatsoever.
We
He was
need,
talking about Santino.
we needed another Austin. Anyways,
Happen.
we have match number 6, which is Zack Ryder against JTG.
Oh boy.
This would be a jobber match on Superstars.
It
Well,
is.
Superstars is canceled, so you gotta have it on.
It's not canceled.
It's just
Yes,
not
it
aired
is.
anymore.
It's pretty much Zack Ryder is finally facing people who are jobbers.
He's not the jobber anymore.
Yeah, he's
It
not
was-
a jobber anymore.
Yeah, until the.
I was gonna say,
internet thing
why the hell is
stale.
JTG even still there?
I don't know. I can see him getting.
Chad got fired.
I can see him being.
He's
taken
just
out.
there.
JTG is kind of waiting to spring clean. There you go.
JTG getting that freak money.
Unless he gets repackaged, I think he's gonna be released during spring.
Well, they need a black person there so they will have affirmative action kind of shit.
He's a heel right now. Nobody likes him, so go, like, they're gonna just send him away.
Isn't he Tyson Kidd manager?
Huh?
Or did that
I
stop?
think they need a manager.
This Tyson Kid sucks.
Tyson Kidd doesn't get used.
Fuck that little tiny piece of hair that he has. I want to just
He
like,
doesn't
get
have it
scissors
anymore.
and cut it off.
He doesn't have it anymore.
He doesn't?
No.
Oh,
He
Can we
cut it
get
off.
rid of it?
I
How
don't
dare
look
you
like a
say
little
Tyson Kidd
douchebag
sucks?
anymore.
Anyways,
Anyways,
Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Ways.
we have Johnny Laurinaitis texting backstage. Triple H comes out, pretty much says he might as well wish someone a future well endeavors. He's pretty much hinting that if Johnny Laurinaitis fucks up, he's gonna get fired. And then Johnny goes back for some more texting.
He's texting Kevin Nash. They're gonna stick him.
We have an interview with Randy Orton. I'm not even gonna go over that because that was just terrible. I couldn't even pay attention.
It was your usual Randy Orton promo.
I am
And
I
then-
am Randy Orton.
Yeah.
your world heavyweight champion. And I will
I am
keep
Orton. I am Error.
this monotone voice.
Yeah, I'm falling asleep to that voice already.
Fear in
I am
people.
angry. Don't make me even more angry.
Who are you? Shut up.
This is my more angry voice.
I'm going to stick you in the head. Look out, here I come.
And when I do show emotion, I go nuts.
His tongue falls out of his mouth.
It is the George Animal Steel.
George the Animal Steel, gross.
I fucking
Next.
love. Okay, anyways, we get Christian versus Randy Orton. A match that we've seen so many times. You pretty
Never need
much.
to see it again.
It was still a fairly good match. I mean, they both know how to work with each other, so it's not like we're watching Henry versus Khali or anything.
Yeah.
True.
But something I did notice during this match is that because they've been wrestling so much, half the matches become basically an RKO reversal fest.
Oh
Like-
no, yeah.
All these spots are basically just Christian baiting out the RKO.
That's
They need to change up the matches somehow, like ban the RKO for a match or something. Give
That's
'em-
never gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, it spice up the match a little bit, so that way half of it isn't baiting out the RKO.
Oh no, I can't use the RKO.
I believe
What am I supposed to
Orton
do?
tried getting Christian to an RKO about 4 times, 3 times.
Give
I
Orton a
believe.
new finisher.
I kind of see Orton does the same thing that John Cena does. The
Give
5
Orton-
moves of doom. He pretty much sets him up the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this isn't even a Cena thing. This is a Christian and Orton thing. Like anytime they're in the ring, Christian's always baiting out the RKO. You know what's going to happen. So I mean, why not change it up? Why not ban the RKO match like you said?
Why not just give him a new surprise finisher? Like, oh, I never seen Orton do this before.
Yeah,
Oh,
They need to repackage everybody. Everybody.
it's like
Except for
Alberto
John
Del Rio.
Cena.
Like Alberto, he also needs a new finisher because that armbar,
Fireman's carry slam.
or it's not really that impressive. It's like, oh, it's a fucking armbar. Holy shit! Everybody does that fucking armbar.
Anyways, Christian leaves the ring and is going up the ramp. Orton punches him and they start fighting. It was a double count out. After the match, Orton sends Christian to the announce table and then Orton rearranges the table.
Orton versus Stable.
Yes, Orton versus the table. Orton pulls Christian onto the announce table and then sets him up for an RKO, but Cody Rhodes makes his way to the ringside. Orton hits Cody with the, at the announce table, but Christian attacks Orton from behind. They send Orton through the announce table. Cody
Table
hits Beautiful Disaster off the apron, and Cody rolls up Orton into the ring. They continue to beat up Orton, but then Henry comes out, does the world's strongest slam, but then Orton hits the RKO on Henry and gets back into the ring. We get to credits, and that's the end of Smackdown.
That sounds like the most horrible show I've ever heard in my life.
Bad.
It was a
You
terrible.
didn't watch TNA,
Yeah.
I will be the first one to give the score for Smackdown. I'm giving it a 4.
I will give it a 2.
I'm giving it a 3 3/4 out of 10.
I never saw it, and it sounds like a 3 to me.
1 star out of 5.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't watch it, so I don't give no opinion. So.
I'll give it a 4 just because of Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes is awesome.
All right, so the show is pretty much a 3.5. And now we will go to the pay-per-view that just ended about a couple hours ago.
2 hours ago.
2 hours ago.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning. Blah, blah, blah.
Thing.
Spoiler warning. If you don't want to know the results of this pay-per-view,
Even though this thing's gonna come out in a few days.
Yeah, you'll probably know the results by Raw, since everything is pretty much done.
Okay.
Pretty much, this was a pretty okay pay-per-view. We start off.
I think it was good. Not okay. I think it was actually pretty good.
We start off the pay-per-view with Sheamus versus Christian.
Pointless match.
Pointless match, pointless rivalry. It's there to kind of either push one or another, and at this point, they're pushing Sheamus.
Yep. And they're burying Christian.
I think they're gonna set up Sheamus versus Henry again. So hopefully,
hopefully to be a clear-cut winner this time.
Hopefully, we'll see Del Rio and Punk in a main event, and Sheamus and Mark Henry, and not see Orton and Cena in the main event.
That'll never happen.
It will
totally happen.
It will be the first time in years that either Orton or Cena was not in the main event at the same time.
But that'll never happen.
Hey, it will always happen. This is WWE. Expect anything.
It. Just because we're smarks doesn't mean we can't dream, okay?
Yeah, but you gotta think realistically.
Dreams die.
The dream's already dead.
Dreams die in NXT.
No, dreams go to TNA first, and then they die.
No,
That's true. True.
No, the dream died at 10:39 p.m. when Cena lost his title. Because now he's gonna have a rematch clause.
Hey, they're spoiling something we haven't talked about yet.
There's no spoiling right now. We're talking about the pay-per-view.
Okay, pretty much Sheamus wins the match. No one cares about it, but Sheamus should be getting a push.
It was a decent match.
Yeah, it was a decent...
Oh, by the way, the crowd sucked.
Oh, okay, let me just... The crowd over at New Orleans was terrible.
Nah, step your game up.
It was terrible throughout the entire pay-per-view.
They were
terrible.
Especially during this match. Especially during this match. It was Sin Cara versus Sin Cara.
They got worse.
Yeah, at least they were chanting stuff during the Sin Cara match.
They were calling it boring.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to this. Let me build up the Sin Cara match. The next match after the Sheamus and Christian match was Sin Cara versus Garth. We had Sin Cara Blue versus Sin Cara Black.
Mystico versus Hunico.
Sin Cara Azul versus Sin Cara Negro.
Yeah.
It was Sin Cara Azul versus Sin Cara Negro. Negro, however you say it.
Don't be racist. This is a family show.
Am I saying it right, Lee? Negro?
Negro.
Negro. That's right.
Yeah, that's good.
I was thinking that Cole said negro or negro. Like,
yeah,
he said negro all the time.
Don't look at us and don't complain that we're saying it wrong or anything. That's how the commentators said it, okay? That's how they set it up.
Like, JR didn't even want to say azul. He just said blue.
Yeah.
Like, he was so sick of, like,
He was smart about it. He knows he can't say it.
He knows he can't say it. He was like, shit, if I say it, I'm going to fuck it all up.
He's like, what is it? Azul?
And Booker T has street smarts.
Azul.
Yeah.
Booker T has street talk.
Anyways, the match was boring as fuck.
Okay, the match was boring, but there was a really good spot in the match. It was right in the middle of the match. And I think I heard Jonesy being really surprised when this happened. It was,
excuse me.
Let me see if I can find it.
Is it the arm drag?
Yeah, the arm drag when he sends the black car out of the ring.
Wait, I said something during that?
Was it you who said it, or was it someone else? Someone was like, oh shit, that was like pretty surprising.
I just want to point out, the reason why it was quote-unquote boring was because, for whatever reason, they didn't let them do the high-flying moves. It just seemed, they're like, you go out there and you do this, and this, and this, and this.
Yeah, it seemed like they...
It was...
Oh,
yeah,
sorry
it was...
Sorry about that. You keep going, Mike.
Yeah, they didn't let them do what they could do to entertain the crowd, and that's why the match seemed bland.
They did quite a bit of high-flying stuff.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the entire match.
A few things, but not very much.
It was a spot match all the way. It was just a whole spot match. Like spot there, spot this. Spot the top rope, spot, till the end.
It wasn't a lucha match at all.
Exactly. It felt planned out. Like they went over it a couple
Well, I mean,
times because they didn't botch that much during the match.
No, they didn't. There was one point where Blue Cara was outside the ring, and Black Cara was gonna jump right out, but he didn't see that Cara was still by the ring, and so he pretty much flopped on the ground.
I blame the lightning for that. That lightning is horrible.
Yeah,
the lighting is terrible. Yeah.
Consider the word masks, it really doesn't help much. So.
I actually enjoyed this match because even though it wasn't full on lucha, it still showed a glimpse of what lucha is.
But I think people were expecting that they would bring their lucha style into the ring, but they didn't do it because I think everybody. No, wait. I think everybody was saying that. Oh, Sin Cara's been botching because he's been trying to do his lucha stuff against people who don't understand that kind of style. And so,
but he was facing Hunico tonight.
But
so
it pretty much gets the mental picture in their head, like, oh, they don't want the lucha style, so we're just going to not do the lucha style. We're probably going to do a little bit of it. We're not going to fill the entire match with it.
They should have. That's what they should have done.
I say wait for their match because they're going to have a match. It's already scheduled. It's already announced. They have a match in the Mexican tour. I'll say wait for that match. That match is probably going to be what you guys wanted it to be, a lucha-style match. Because they're in Mexico, and there's just two guys that were on lucha styles.
Yeah, but it should have happened tonight.
It should have. They had the opportunity, and they could have proved to everyone that they weren't boring, because the entire crowd was chanting boring.
Yeah, the crowd was boring the whole time, but that crowd was horrible. Okay, let's just get that crowd was
probably drunk.
Horrible.
They were probably drunk. I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Can I just say one thing? I'm fucking pissed that Foley didn't show up when he fucking cock teased everyone into thinking he was gonna show up at Hell in a Cell. That pretty much. Oh, I'm depressed right now.
But what was he gonna? What was he gonna do?
I don't care. I wanted to see Foley at Hell in a Cell.
He's probably backstage. I wouldn't be surprised if it was announced that he was backstage. Let me look that up. Let me see if I can confirm that.
I don't think he ever said in the tweet that he would actually come out.
No, he said that he was looking for tickets. And I'm not sure if they ever got that.
I can see it now. Foley's gonna come out just to climb the cage and dive off.
Hey, that'd be sick.
And there was a dark match.
Foley would have done that. Foley would still do that. He's still fucking messed up in the head.
There was a dark match. I'm just gonna really quick this. It was Daniel Bryan defeated JTG in a submission with the S.
JTG was at a pay-per-view?
Yes.
What?
So it doesn't count.
Well, yeah, but still.
He's still wrestling?
He's wrestling in a pay-per-view.
And also, I'd like to bring up that the general manager of the podium was actually set up. And it's been set up at every single Raw. It's been set up at every single pay-per-view. No one understands why. No.
Are you gonna do anything with it or what?
No one. Fuck it. Let's just put it there.
It
looks pretty.
It's Mick Foley.
It's Mick Foley. But Mick Foley was in TNA when the general manager was being used.
So
it doesn't matter. They can still.
They can play it off like it was Foley all along.
Yeah.
It was me, everyone.
Nobody's going to care if he was employed somewhere else.
Oh, it's Mike Adamle. I'm telling you, it's Mike Adamle.
Fuck Mike.
Jeff Hartley.
You must never speak of that name.
That name is like forbidden.
I'm still saying it's Vince.
Hey, we still need more Adam Lee original.
It could be Vince. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Okay, so what was after Sin Cara?
Anyways, after the Sin Cara match, it was a tag team title match with Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger versus Air Boom. This was a good match.
Zig Swag.
Zig Swag.
Zig Swag. Zig Swag.
It's a horrible tag team name.
Better than Air Boom.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Air Boom's the worst tag team name I've ever heard.
Swagger. It's all about Swagger.
Zig Swag. Get it right. Straighten up. Straighten up, Greg.
Not upper lip.
Anyways, Air Boom wins the match.
Nope. Oh yeah, they did. I swear they lost. Why am I thinking they lost?
Because Six Flag dominated that match throughout
Yeah.
most of it. Then they did a comeback and they won.
I am hoping they lose the title to someone who's actually to a team that's actually relevant and good.
Awesome Truth.
That haven't. Well, maybe.
Nah, I think the Awesome Truth's going for something bigger now, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Next, we have a surprising match. And well, not surprising because it's been happening for the past couple months. The Smackdown main event in the middle of the pay-per-view. The Hell in a Cell match for the world title against Randy Orton and Mark Henry.
This is probably the best match of the night. I don't know if that triple threat match wasn't that. I don't think it was as good as this one.
I like the triple threat match better, but that's for entire personal reasons.
Yeah.
I'm the same as right now. Mark Henry still sucks.
Yeah.
He's still horrible.
Well, he's not going to be able to be doing hurricanranas and stuff. He's not a grappler.
Yeah, but he's got to at least be.
We need, okay, if you're going to be a powerhouse, you're either going to be Triple H powerhouse or you're going to be Andre the Giant powerhouse.
He sounded a giant powerhouse.
No, he's not. He's a Khali powerhouse where he can't do shit. The only reason why he's getting this push is because he's been with the company for so long.
You gotta be mobile. He's not mobile at all.
He did a running power slam.
You have no excuse to be that slow in the ring. Andre the Giant is 500-something pounds, 7'2", and he was damn good in the ring.
That's genetics. Not everyone can be like Andre the Giant, who's 7'5" and 500 pounds that can move in the ring.
Mark Henry's nothing but muscle. He's not going to be the most athletic person in the ring.
He could.
Okay, Yokozuna was over 600 pounds.
He could if he wanted to.
Yokozuna didn't move at all, though.
Yeah, Yokozuna was like terrible.
Yokozuna moved.
Mark Henry could become better in the ring if he got rid of some of his muscle mass, but that's his entire thing. So
that's his gimmick.
Yeah.
Vader was 400 pounds.
Okay, Vader's different. Vader could do a moonsault. He's just athletic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viscera could do a spinning heel kick, and he was 500 pounds.
This was just
again. Mark Henry's completely geared for weightlifting and stuff. All of his muscles go to that. He's sort of restricted.
Well, then
he can still move faster in the ring now.
Allow him to throw the person around, not just kind of like, you know, like pick him up over his head, do some like weird, crazy like throw around the ring. He doesn't use his weight. He doesn't use his strength. He usually just uses his weight most of the time.
This is a typical Mark Henry match. Punch, he walks around for 10 minutes. Kick, walks around for 10 minutes. And then shakes all the shower water off his head. That's all he does.
He could lift like everybody in that locker room over his head. He can. Yeah. If he could just turn that lift into some sort of throw, some sort of like power bomb, it would be amazing. And if he could do that more often, it would make him a better wrestler. The problem is he just doesn't do it. He does a couple punches, does a couple kicks, and he just, exactly what Mike said. He just walks around the ring. He gets destroyed by Orton until he uses more of his weight as defense when he should be using his strength as an offense and kind of not focus on his weight as much.
I did like how they threw each other in the cage. They used the cage a lot in this match.
They did, and
that's the purpose of a cell match.
And lots of Hell in a Cell matches over the past couple years haven't been using the cage rightly.
Both matches, both these matches, Hell in a Cell matches, they use the cell quite a lot.
Hell, more than CM Punk started bleeding from the back.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he got cut off in the back.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that they were using the cage again.
Yeah, anyways, surprisingly, Mark Henry wins. I think we were all happy to see that he won because we were
I am.
Because usually
anything other than Orton.
Yeah, usually when you kind of give the title away to someone, you usually see him have like a 1 month, like a 1 month. Oh, I'm just gonna hold the title and then you could have it best.
Like you did with Christian.
Exactly like you did with Christian. This time around, I think Henry has something big planned.
I don't think they have anything that big planned for him. I think it's
I think they're gonna do a feud with Sheamus, and I think Sheamus is gonna lose the first time, but I think he's gonna win it the second time. That means Henry's gonna have at least a 3-month reign, which is good because you don't really see that.
That's horrible.
Except they see it with John Cena all the time.
You see it with John Cena all the time, but you don't see it with other superstars. Like the last time someone big had that reign was like The Miz, and that was kind of a while ago.
Are we done with this match now? I want to go on to the next bit.
Yes, we are done.
Yeah, me too.
With Henry wins the match, retains the title, and next we have
Cody Rhodes promo.
Cody Rhodes promo.
This was probably one of the. This was one of
That
the
was probably the
bigger parts
best
of the
promo of the night.
Let me build this promo. What happens is Cody Rhodes stands in a ring. His baggers have 2 cases. One of them has a paper bag. One of them has a velvet case. Cody Rhodes pretty much takes off the Intercontinental belt, says this is trash, puts the belt in the paper bag, and takes out from the velvet case the original white Intercontinental title. This was amazing. Okay, when he says that he was bringing a new title, I was scared.
Me too. I think everybody was.
Because
Yeah, we didn't want anything new.
because
I was like,
from what happened last week,
It's not new.
last week we had a discussion of the different titles and how the WWE title changed, the women's champion changed, the tag team championships have changed,
And they all look horrible.
And we were
compared to how they
afraid.
look.
And we were afraid that they're going to change the United States and the Intercontinental because both of them have been the same for years. Cody scares us all, saying that he's going to bring this brand new title. But what does he pull out? He pulls out the old vintage title, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
I would screw this title if it was a woman.
I want the title in my hands.
I want the title.
He puts on a great promo as he talks about Bret Hart, Ricky the Steamboat, Randy Savage, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is the biggest pop I heard from the crowd.
No.
Yeah, the crowd went wild.
They went wild. And most of the other pops, I think, were edited pops. I remember
You can tell this one was real.
I don't
You
think
can
you can
ed- you
edit
can edit
pops
it.
live.
Because they showed the crowd, and the crowd was going crazy there. They were jumping around. They were every time a big name was mentioned, they were going crazy.
And it was a lot, and I think it was a lot from more of the older fans. You saw a lot of the more older fans cheering.
I'm telling
Well,
you,
of course, it's a
Cody
sexy
Rhodes
belt.
is. I'm telling you, Cody Rhodes is fucking awesome.
If the belt was a woman, it would be
future.
Maurice.
Okay, so after the promo,
I just want to point out that the Intercontinental title was once worn by Shawn Michaels. That white one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Johnny
It looks
Laurinaitis
awesome.
comes out and says Triple H ordered him to come out and make this match. John Morrison comes out, and it's going to be for an Intercontinental Championship, John Morrison versus Cody Rhodes.
And Cody Rhodes is not even in his gear.
Yeah,
He's
Cody
in-
Rhodes is in a suit.
In a suit.
It's in a suit.
So that probably hindered the match a little bit. His flexibility
But at
hurt
the
the match a little
end,
bit.
it was
Sadly,
hilarious.
Cody
He was
down.
complaining about how he was wearing like Gucci shoes.
oh yeah, through the entire
Oh.
match.
I was cracking up when Cole was mentioning that.
And
He was
funniest
just
thing is because JR kept on mocking him as well.
Oh, not the Gucci shoes.
Oh look, they
I was-
can't mess up the Gucci shoes. No, Cole.
I was cracking up.
It was fun. And it was
Yeah.
at the end of the match, Cody Rhodes wins.
That's another
Yeah,
thing. JR was actually there.
Yeah, JR was there.
Oh, yeah.
That's because the King's still hurt.
The
Right.
King is still
Starts
anal
with anal
bleeding.
King is still suffering from anal bleeding.
We never
Oh,
mentioned
God.
Funniest thing.
Never mentioned that.
Funniest thing.
JR. Okay, JR got World Strong Slam by Henry through the announce table, and apparently he has anal
You mean
bleeding.
King?
Or yeah, the King
So the-
The King guy.
Through a legit table.
through a legit
Yeah.
table that wasn't supposed to break.
Yeah, the table was supposed to be botched, but it wasn't, and there you go.
Anyway,
Even though
that
we
was-
did mention that in week 1.
no,
our first
it was
podcast.
2
We did.
weeks ago,
We did mention it.
I believe.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Anyways,
we
flashback.
get the Divas match against Beth Phoenix and Kelly Kelly. I don't care what anybody says. I am so happy that Beth won.
Yeah,
So
me
happy.
too.
I was even
happy.
more happier that Natalia towards the end was just taunting Kelly.
Oh yeah,
That
when she
That
was
was
in
that was
stretch,
good.
when
I
she
like
was in
that.
that
Louder,
stretch,
Kelly.
and
We can't hear you.
we can't hear you screaming.
Scream louder.
Yeah, but that taunting kind of wasn't PG because if you're old enough, you can,
You can get
you
the
know,
you can get the reference what she was trying to
yeah,
talk about.
yeah. So that wasn't PG at all.
It was
Yeah,
funny
it
though.
was
I was
awesome.
laughing at it.
Again, there have been rumors that the PG won't
It's
stay
not very
around for
solid
long.
anymore.
They're still with Hasbro, so
Whatever. Moving on
Anyways,
to
Beth Phoenix wins the match
with the Glam Slam.
with the Glam
Hooray.
Slam.
Kelly just looks dead in the middle of the ring after that.
You gotta be more excited when you go yay during a Divas match.
Yay!
Yay! Yay!
Anyways, we
proud.
Yay!
have our main event: Del Rio, Punk, and John Cena in the Hell in a Cell.
This was
This
awesome.
was a good match because they used the cell really well.
A lot.
And let me say again, Punk was bleeding. It was a scratch, and you could see it. He wasn't bleeding like profusely, but his skin
There was
did
some
get
blood.
ripped, and Punk was bleeding from the back. It was pretty good. It was a back and forth. One person would get knocked out, the other two would go at each other, and then the person would come back up and screw one of them. Usually what happens during a triple threat match.
Yep. Here you're getting screwed and you're getting choke your face into the cell.
Let me explain what happens at the end. Ricardo Rodriguez comes in, beats
Knocks out the ref first.
knocks out the ref, gets the key,
Gets a
opens the
steel pipe.
cage, gets a steel pipe, runs in to hit Cena. Cena, attitude
Hits
adjustment, hits the AA on Ricardo
Outside.
outside, and then Del Rio locks the cage.
Hits Cena with the steel pipe.
Yeah, hits him with the steel pipe, locks the cage, and now it's only Punk and Del Rio in the cage. Punk is laying through a broken table that I believe
He got thrown
was.
through.
Del Rio
Set
pushed
up by
him into
him.
the table.
That's right.
And it was set up by him. So
It was set up by Punk as well. Cena can't get into the cage. Pretty much at the end of it, Del Rio gets the 1, 2, 3.
I just want to say,
Yay!
they tried to make Cena look like Superman because he tried to break the cage door open.
Hey, but he didn't. He didn't, and that's
Didn't.
good to notice because if he did, then it would have fucked up the entire match. It would have been the
Oh,
worst match ever.
if he had fucking broken open the door, I will be so fucking pissed. I will just stop watch right there because I will know right there.
It almost shows
gonna
Cena
win.
being human. For one.
Yeah.
And he looked on helplessly because he knew he couldn't get in.
And so what happened after the match is what made the pay-per-view amazing. Because what happened is the cage rises
going
up. Del Rio becomes champion. Cena starts beating on Del Rio. But who comes in a black hoodie? Both R-Truth and Miz run into the ring. The cage slowly goes back down. And Miz and Truth start beating on Cena and Del Rio and Punk.
And the referees too.
And the referees. Oh, they were devastating, the referees.
Yeah.
They took out camera
They
guys.
took out camera
The
guys.
camera
Both
guys
camp
too.
guys.
Oh, God. It was devastation. And you
They were
have
destroying.
the entire locker room is trying to, like, break open the cage. Triple H is berserk. Just wanted to kill them. And it took a while. They were just going in. They're hitting them with weapons and all that. It took a while for
Policemen
someone to
come
come
in.
out. Oh, police officers came out. It took a while for someone to come out with those huge,
Pliers.
with pliers to come in and break the chain
Bolt
off.
cutters.
Bolt cutters, that's what we know.
Oh, whatever.
I just want to say that scene in the chat room where we were watching it, people were honestly thinking the Undertaker was going to come back right then and there.
That he was like
Why
gonna
would
come
the
from the
Undertaker
middle of the
come back?
ring.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
retarded.
the lights would have
He'd
went
show
out.
up
He would have.
at a Raw pay-per-view match.
Why not? He's the Undertaker. He bypasses brands.
Undertaker's that's so stupid.
The entire roster was out there though. Why not have him come in?
Because Undertaker's there.
Because Undertaker's busy being the.
He wasn't rumored or anything. There was just no news about him coming out.
He doesn't have.
He's busy sleeping with McCool.
Who's playing music?
Who's playing music?
Yeah, who's got that stupid?
Who's ruining our podcast?
Jamie, shut the fuck up.
Anyways,
you don't have to be rumored to show up. You can be a surprise.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, Greg.
Okay, Mike.
Alright, it's kind of gay. Let's move on.
Okay. Pretty much the ring is finally open. The cage is finally open. Truth and Miz give up. They surrender. They get on their knees. They put their hands over the head. The referee's going and handcuff them. They get dragged out of the cage, and Triple H just goes crazy and starts beating them up. Just starts pounding on them. Two of the officials that were backstage, guessing they're kind of the head of the referees, try holding Triple H back, and Miz and Truth are taken away as the locker room look upon them. Ends the pay-per-view.
And that's why I said that they are not getting the tag team titles because they have something super huge for them. I can see them becoming the biggest heels in the company right now.
Okay, now let me hear you guys' score. My score, I'd have to give it an 8. I gave it a lot better of the pay-per-views that have come out in a while. Not as good as Money in the Bank, but still a pretty good pay-per-view. Strike, what's your thing?
I gave it a 7.
7? All right,
Yes.
Jonesy, what's your thing?
7.5.
7.5. Hunter, what's your thing?
7.5.
Mike, what's your thing?
6.
Jimmy, what's your thing?
An 8.
An 8? Lee, what's your thing?
8.5 because fuck you, Del Rio's champion, bitch.
Lee, you're drunk.
Go fap to Del Rio.
Yeah, I go fucking fast. Anyways.
Oh, I am.
Pay-per-view was a good 7.5 from the tallies. And that was the end of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. We are going to take a short break, and we'll get back to you when we're done.
Deep in a camera, microphone in your hand. What you mad about? No one knows and no one cares. You think everyone's a fan. But everybody sees the future's here in me. They watch the wheels go round. They'll tears in your down.
And welcome everybody back. We're going to start with the news segment, and let's just start out with a WWE superstar was arrested for DUI early, and this was Jimmy Uso that was found driving under the influence on the wrong side of the road with a blood alcohol level of 0.180.
That's double the legal limit in Florida where he was driving.
Yes. The Usos have been on TV a lot more than they have been.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
not
anymore.
And who knows what's gonna happen to Jimmy after this?
He's not a big name enough. He's gonna get fired.
He's gonna be a future endeavor.
Or they just may not. They're gonna punish him for not giving him another push. They may even break him up with his brother.
Yeah, he's gonna get fired. They're not gonna put him in any major angles. He's just gonna get fired.
Yeah.
I guess.
I can see his brother just going alone, being kind of like Rikishi.
So he's gonna be 400 pounds and do a stink face.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh man, it's something. It's not that big, but it's something to mention. Anyways, we're gonna have former WWE diva was finally released. Gail Kim has been dealing with a lot of stuff trying to get her released. Trying to get released
Done.
from the company. She's done. She's finally officially parted ways from the organization. Her bio was released from the company. She went on Twitter and announced that she was that she quit the promotion. I mean,
Quite a shame, considering Gail Kim is pretty fucking talented.
yeah, they'd rather deal with their models than their actual wrestlers.
Let the TNA rumors begin.
Hey, I think they've already started. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
Wouldn't be surprised.
They've already brought back Jacqueline and all that.
Well,
I've
she
already
can't
heard
show up in
rumors.
TNA till January anyway.
Yeah,
I've already heard rumors of her going into Bound for Glory, which she can't.
Yeah, she can.
Anyways, we have
90-day no work list.
next on the news we have DX advertised for SmackDown. Recently on the WWE.com website, there was a promo with Triple H talking about the recent events, and Shawn Michaels appears in the backstage and kind of promotes Triple H's new movie, promotes his show, and it talks about how Triple H has changed over the past
Since he
years,
became
COO.
not the past years.
I'm going to read the advertisement for the October 11th SmackDown taping in Dallas, Texas. We have John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio for the WWE title. Randy Orton versus Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight title. The largest battle royal in WWE history. A 41-man battle royal featuring stars from Raw and SmackDown.
How's that gonna work?
I don't know.
Here's the thing.
And
House shows and tape.
wait,
Okay, go on.
And then we have a special appearance by DX. Now,
Here's the thing. House shows and the arenas themselves are very, very misleading on the information they give to sell tickets. And that's it. They're just they advertise all this shit, and then at the end they say superstars and appearances may subject to change.
but this
So when you get
this
there-
isn't a house show though. This is a SmackDown taping.
Still, the SmackDown tapings, that's how they roll. That's how they do it. They do the same thing.
That's how
And
they
then-
get their crowds.
That's how they get their crowds.
But who's to say they're not told to advertise them the matches to draw the crowds in?
Wait, when is this? When is this?
Advertising that way is false information. It's pretty much
No, because at the end they're putting superstars appearances may subject to change. So they just can't really just say, oh, these guys are gonna be here, but later on they can say, oh no, we changed the thing.
Well, they're allowed to do that because, as you said, it's subject to change. WWE is allowed to change the card as they will. I mean, you can those three matches can be advertised, but it doesn't mean all three of them are going to happen on that SmackDown.
Well, that's what they're advertising for that SmackDown, aren't they?
But it doesn't mean it's going to happen.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but WWE is allowed to do that though. It's not the arena advertising it. It's WWE doing it.
We're not arguing against you. We're agreeing.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can't fault the arena people for that. It's WWE's advertising.
Anyway,
That's why
it's something special to note that they would add DX in that advertisement. You won't say that DX is not going to be there if they're not going to be there.
Well, DX is going to be there.
DX
obviously.
sounds like it's going to be there. It sounds like this 41 Royal Rumble is probably going to be there.
Well, the 41-man battle royal is probably going
yes.
to happen.
Will the John Cena Del Rio match happen? Maybe not.
Probably not.
Maybe not.
That might be a dark match.
It may be a dark match, but it probably won't happen.
Maybe an after match, a post-show match.
That's a dark match.
But it is special
very
to
much
note
okay.
that DX will be returning because Shawn Michaels has stated in the past that once he retires, he will
He's
not
never
be
come
wrestling again. Which,
That doesn't mean he can't make an appearance.
which doesn't mean he doesn't make an appearance, but I mean, I've read lots of interviews of people who've retired and said they've been feeling the itch to return into the ring for like another match. I wouldn't be surprised if Shawn did that in the next coming years.
As long as it's not a Ric Flair, I'm okay.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't do the Ric Flair.
Yeah.
If it's one more match, I'd be okay with it. But I really expect Shawn to keep his promise.
Yeah, he's keeping himself pretty busy with his hunting show and his life.
Anyways, we have a TNA title holder's contract expiring soon. TNA World Tag Team Champion Hernandez's current contract will expire soon. The TNA employees aren't asking whether Hernandez will resign as much as they will be questioning whether management will or should make a contract offer. Company's officials are no longer high on him, as shown a little improvement since returning as the Mexican exertion in February.
Hernandez sucks. I don't even care.
Well, from what I read, they said they haven't offered him a contract at the last TV taping, so apparently they were supposed to, but then they didn't.
So we
Looks like he's on his way out.
Expect Inc. winning the titles probably at Bound for Glory, and then say bye-bye to Mexico and America.
Oh, sure. Give me a big reason not to watch TNA, because Shannon Moore and Jesse Neal just suck. They're horrible.
When does Chris Sabin come back from injury?
I don't know. When was he injured? Back in like June, right?
He's been out longer than that.
Who knows?
He's been out since the beginning of the year.
He could probably be out till the beginning of next year.
Oh, that stinks.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but Inc. winning the tag titles is like the Usos winning the tag titles. It just makes me want to hurl.
Anyways, we have Zack Ryder, his Long Island IC show on WWE.com.
The show that made
YouTube.
him famous.
The show that made him famous is going to be disappearing in soon.
Not soon. It said in the thing that when Ryder feels happy with his TV time, he will take off Z Long Island or whatever the Z Long Island, True Island or whatever the fuck it is. I can't talk. It's like 1 o'clock.
And I see his reasoning for it because he stated himself that he was getting tired of it, and the fans were probably getting tired of it.
The thing
And
is,
he wouldn't be able to do his best on the show if he was getting tired of it. So why beat a dead horse? If it's going to start becoming bad, end it while it's good.
Yep.
You know?
He's trying to get a lot of more airtime, so he doesn't have time to do the show and the Raws and the Smackdowns
and house shows.
Yeah, and house shows.
I don't see how he couldn't have the time because there's other guys on there that do side stuff with the company as well. So I don't see how he wouldn't have the time to do a 15-minute show.
Because it's not 15 minutes whenever you're putting it all together. It takes a couple days.
Especially when you're not enjoying it.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're not going to enjoy it, then it's going to take longer.
Well, that's on him.
Well, it's also on the fans he watches, because if they start getting tired of it, then there goes his popularity.
Yeah. Well, I doubt that.
Well, let me read this. He says that the current Broski character is 100% him. That pretty much means that he's not unhappy with the character that he's portraying. It's pretty much him. He's playing himself.
It's just a show.
Yeah, but what happens if he ends the show and the fans want more?
I mean,
they can watch him on TV.
Yeah,
he can
watch him on TV.
Exactly.
But he's not on TV every week.
He'll end the show when he's happy with his TV time.
They can show it on the WWE network. Boom. There
When
you
was
go.
the last show that did that?
What?
When was the last show that did that?
No, I mean they can show it when they get their own network. They can show it there.
Yeah, but they're not getting their own number
That's
for
a 5-minute
next year.
card.
Still,
That's a
he can.
6 minute plug. What are they going to doing for the other 25 minutes of a 30-minute slot?
I don't know. They can extend it. Fuck it. I have no idea. It's just an idea. I'm just throwing it out there. They can do that.
All
That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Next we have Stone Cold Steve Austin says Del Rio is not ready to be champion and puts over Cena.
Oh my god.
It's because Cena needs to be put over more.
I'm just gonna say this.
Here,
If you're
let me read what he's saying.
Okay.
Okay. When Steve Austin talks about Del Rio, he quotes, "Well, I don't think Del Rio is ready to carry that belt. It's okay for a short period of time. Give him the first mini title run and try to groom him. He's still got another year or two to go before he learns the U.S. system. He's a good-looking kid, and I know where he's been around Mexico and MMA." Okay, and what he says about John Cena is, when I look at the company right now, John Cena is a guy who anchors it all. Some people get mad because they feel that like WWE shove it down your throat, but he's the main guy. Whether you love him or hate him, or where you love him to hate him, or you love to love him, you gotta respect him.
We hate him.
Wait. I have a lot of respect for John. He's been carrying the company for several years and becoming into work every day with a smile on his face, and does promotional work and never complains. I can tell you, John Cena has some great matches with some great guys. Sometimes his body of works get overlooked. That guy has proven himself over and over again. I call a spade a spade, and John has done a tremendous job, and he has got a few years left yet. He'll keep riding like that lightning bolt.
just want to say this.
Steve.
If your in-ring announcer is more over than you are, then yeah, you're not ready for a world title. Give Ricardo a world title run.
Fuck off.
Ricardo can announce.
Okay, I'm gonna say, and I think maybe he's not ready for the title. He was ready for the world heavyweight title. I would love to have him seen the world heavyweight title. That was good, but just like they just threw him in Raw, and they just threw him into a WWE title. You're giving him the biggest title on your company to this guy that just came in and is not really familiar with your system. And
I understand.
He needs his time. He needs his time.
I understand where he's coming from. I'm a big Daniel Bryan guy. Should Daniel Bryan be champion right now? No, he hasn't really gone anywhere in the company. Give him some time to get pushed. Probably a little title run to kind of get his name out there, maybe. But he hasn't been... I'm not saying, he should be champion right now, and he should just stay champion. He should defeat John Cena. John Cena shouldn't be in there. Daniel Bryan should be the main guy. He shouldn't. Not right now, at least.
But he is going to.
He's probably going to. I bet you he will.
Yeah.
But there's your problem. You said he's going to beat John Cena. They're never going to have Daniel Bryan.
No, I didn't say he's going to beat John Cena. I used that as a kind of like an
example.
An example.
Well, I'm putting down your example, so ha.
Well, fuck you. Anyways, what he's doing to John Cena, again, and I'm gonna just say this from what I think. I respect John Cena. Do I respect that he's been the main guy? He hasn't changed his gimmick in over 6 years? No, I don't respect that, because even Stone Cold has kind of changed from heel to babyface when he was carrying the company. John Cena hasn't changed one bit. He's been the Hulk Hogan. The Hulk Hogan never changed for like...
Hey, Hulk Hogan turned heel.
For like 5-6 years. He turned heel after like 13 years.
And that sort of saved his character.
That did save his character. But again, it was the same thing with John Cena.
When Hogan turned heel, though, his gimmick changed. He went from Hulkamania to Hollywood Hogan.
The thing is, Cena does not believe in heels or faces anymore. He's fucking stupid. I don't remember. You guys remember that I don't remember. You guys remember I don't remember when was this, but some guy.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I
I'm sure
remember
you guys
that.
remember
I
the member, but you gotta remember the member.
Yeah,
Remember?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Some guy asked him on Twitter if he was ever gonna turn heel. John Cena went all like ballistic and said, "You people are living in the past. Heels and faces are things of the past. They don't exist anymore. Everybody's just being themselves."
Okay.
Bullshit.
This is what I
Are you
was
seriously
thinking.
telling me that Undertaker is really a dead guy and that's not his gimmick? Seriously, that's what you're trying to tell me?
Okay, this is what I'm thinking. That I think Cena's in it for the money. He's in it for the money.
Then again, I'm sorry. Go on.
I think Cena believes if he stays babyface, Vince is going to continue to throw money at him to the point to where he's a heel, and he's not going to be going on Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien to get that extra bucks because he's not the face anymore. That he's not going to get money. He's not going to get money anymore. So he wants to stay babyface so he can get that extra bonuses when he goes out and promotes stuff.
Hey, when The Miz won the WWE Championship, he went to a lot of talk shows, and he was a heel.
But
Because
the
it
Miz
was
was also a
WrestleMania
reality.
season.
No, and he was also a reality star. There's a reason why TMZ did news on the Miz winning the title, but didn't do news when Del Rio won the title. The Miz was a former reality star. People actually knew who the Miz was back in MTV. People don't know who the fuck Del Rio is. That's why they don't cover Del Rio's title win. They covered Miz's win because he's a fucking star.
But now you know who John Cena is, and who's to say that John Cena as a heel is not gonna be as charismatic as John Cena as a face? He's just gonna be like a charismatic heel, like just give him his rapper persona again. Not give him his rapper persona again. Just make him a trash talker.
But still, Lee, Cena hasn't done anything outside of the WWE. Those movies, movies are still WWE owned. He has to do something like The Rock did. He has to quit and go out if he wants more coverage. That's why.
Can we move on to the next topic?
This is the last topic.
Oh, okay.
No, there's another topic, bitch.
No. Well, okay, I guess there is.
Well, can I say something
Yes.
before we move on? Because I've been wanting to say something for like the past 15 minutes.
Please do.
Anyway, you said Austin was worked good as a heel and worked from transition from heel to face, and it worked out. Here's the thing: his gimmick never changed. It was the same gimmick. The Texas Rattlesnake. When he was a tweener, he was the rattlesnake. When he was a heel, he was a rattlesnake.
I thought when he was a heel, his promos became more professional.
Well, he was still the rattlesnake. He never changed gimmicks. Cena would have to go under a significant gimmick change to go to heel.
Well, I think it would have risked a lot of things if you would have changed Steve Austin's gimmick. I think you could easily repackage John Cena.
If you're gonna turn Cena heel, you can have him be a Marine anymore.
The Marine thing is that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Whoever came up with that idea needs to be shot right in the face.
Anyway, let's move on to our last.
Can I finish,
yes.
please, real quick, and then you can move on. As far as respecting him goes, I don't respect him because he can easily say that somebody else needs to be in the title picture, but he doesn't. Remember the thing where he said Evan Bourne needs a push? His push lasted a month. John Cena needs to step aside and let somebody else run the company.
Okay, wait. And I have to say this. I have to say this before it ends. It was about him not wanting to turn heel. Somebody interviewed about the Make-A-Wish Foundation for him, and he said that he doesn't want to turn heel because watching the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids with his merchandise makes his day, and that's why he doesn't want to turn heel.
That's all
and that's
bullshit
bullshit.
because John Cena
I know that's bullshit.
Really crappy.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about these kids. WWE
It's
just
not like
tells him.
John Cena is the only thing for Make-A-Wish.
I know, but that's what he said.
He's been getting more Make-A-Wish than any other superstar. That's the problem, though.
Well, that's if you package someone else to be the big star. They're gonna get just as many little kids wanting to be like them that like John Cena does.
They don't want to risk that. Okay, let's move on. We have to move on to our next one.
Last one.
Chris Jericho accuses WWE stars of stealing his moves and ideas. Former WWE star Chris Jericho did an interview with other radio show where he comments on from Miz to Cody Rhodes to Mason Ryan to Sin Cara to Kelly Kelly. Everyone is stealing moves, looks, and ideas. That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I
He stole the Boston Crab from someone.
I know. Well, where is it?
Okay,
Where he starts talking about how everyone is stealing his ideas. Like a couple of years ago, you had Miss for John Cena 0. Where did that come from? Conspiracy theory? Where did that come from? Best in the world? Where did that come from? Wearing suits, talking show, using big words, using certain moves. You know, Miss used the word troglodyte a few weeks ago, and I'm like, seriously, if there ever was a word associated with Chris Jericho, that will be it. These guys have to start thinking of their own stuff, and sometimes I see some of them and I'm like, oh, come on. It's not like it's influenced. At least give credit where credit is due.
Chris Jericho's always been arrogant like that, though.
Is this, Lee always brings up, is this hinting at Chris Jericho coming back? My guess is no.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if this is building up to a gimmick. I'm not really sure if this is actually Chris Jericho talking out of his mouth. Because, let's face it, Chris Jericho can be like this. He can.
That's how he acts.
That's how he is. Okay. Even out of wrestling. Even though he can be a really nice guy, but he can also be a huge douchebag.
I saw him slap a chick like on YouTube or something.
Yeah, he attacked a fan. Like her in the face.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Still his opinion on it.
So yeah, Chris Jericho can be a douchebag.
I'm crossing my fingers to see Chris Jericho versus Undertaker, but hell, that's just me.
I'd rather see.
I want to see Jericho versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
No, I want to see Austin versus.
Austin won't wrestle. His neck's messed up.
No, because recently he did an interview like a couple months back saying that he's ready for another match.
They always say that, and when the time comes,
they never
pull
ready.
out.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. It's still too early to tell.
And
WrestleMania
we will see what happens next week on Raw, TNA, and Smackdown. Everybody, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today.
We still have Botch.
No, we will do that next week.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I appreciate you listening to the second episode of Arc of Wrestling. Join us next week, where we'll recap again Raw, SmackDown, and TNA.
Maybe Ring of Honor.
Maybe Ring of Honor, if someone is able to watch that and find
I'll watch it.
Thank you once again, and we'll see you next week.
If you close your eyes, your life and make the truth reveal. Since you never lived, and scars never heal. In the darkness, light will take you to